That's our 30-second spot.
We the best.
Albino black sheep is better than YouTube.
And welcome back to the A-Gap podcast, everybody, on this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday evening. As you guys can hear, I'm a little congested, I'm a little sick, but we're carrying on. This is going to be my Jordan flu game. Here we go, boys. So, I got a quick question for you boys. We're going to start the show off a little different. So, I want to know, Tom, what's your deal, dude?
What's my deal, dude?
Yeah, what's your deal, dude? What's your deal, dude? What's your fucking deal, bro?
Dude, my deal, actually, weirdly enough, is Omaha Productions, you know? You guys ever heard of Omaha Productions?
I've never heard of Omaha Productions.
Enlighten me.
And Omaha Productions is a production company created by guess who?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Exactly. So my deal is that you're going to be able to listen to Monday Night Football on a different broadcast. You know who your broadcasters are going to be? Peyton and Eli.
Oh my God.
It will be an alternative Monday Night Football where it's just Peyton and Eli, part of Omaha Productions, doing their own show, doing whatever the fuck they want, from my understanding. So that's my deal.
Whatever the fuck they want?
I don't know, dude, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Golly gee shucks, that should be fun.
I know.
They're just completely forcing the hand of the networks. They're like, all right, you're going to either hire us or we're going to start our own network. Here you go.
Yeah. I think Peyton has really got ESPN by the balls. I think
Yeah.
they'll do
100%.
whatever he wants. So
Yeah, Lewis Riddick, Steve Levy, all those guys on notice now.
yeah, absolutely.
That's Peyton's job as soon as he wants it. He's just dipping his toe in the water with
Yeah.
Eli.
Slowly working his way in there and helping
With
out his
Eli.
bro all along the while.
Absolutely.
Yep. So Matt, what's your deal, dude?
What's my deal, dude?
Yeah.
You talking to me?
What's your deal, dude?
Well, I actually recently discovered via Grimes on Twitter that Lil Uzi Vert is buying a planet that's bigger than Jupiter. It's up for
Which
it's
one?
up for
Have I been there?
debate. I don't know if you've been there.
Okay.
Maybe on your wildest trips.
I
I don't know. I guess it's in the works. I guess it got the cat's out of the bag a little early, but there's an intergalactic space treaty. So I don't know if we're buying high or selling low on galactic real estate right now or not, but it's kind of interesting.
mean,
What's the
I
name
think
of
you
his
buy
planet?
real low.
Yeah. You buy real low right now. Absolutely.
The name of the planet is WASP 127b. That is the name of the planet. It's not Elon and Grimes' second kid.
There he is,
But it's 1.4 times larger than Jupiter. So it's interesting.
Wow.
So we don't know if it's true or not. Could be a hoax. So I'm not sure if we're going to buy high or sell low. But he did get his $24 million diamond implanted back into his forehead. So
I
that
was
for sure.
I actually saw some Instagram posts recently
him.
with him without the diamond. I'm like, dude, if you're not going to have that diamond in your head, why did you do it in the first place?
True.
Can you imagine having $24 million to spend on anything, much less a diamond that you implant into your forehead?
True that.
Also, think about the anxiety you would have just carrying around $24 million cash with you at all times in like a concealed bag. He just has it on his forehead.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah, on your face for everyone to see it. They can just rip it. Somebody will try to rip it out of his head, and it's gonna hurt a lot.
I've seen that movie. Avengers 4? Avengers 3.
Yeah,
Avengers 3.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Spivey wants to know who the current property holder is. Is it Thanos? Is it who is it?
It's Florg from the planet Blarg.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
I think it's Tim Allen's
done.
character in Galaxy Quest, but we'll see.
Hell of a callback. Love
Isn't
that.
Tim Allen the captain of the ship? He just owns property out there, right? In Galaxy Quest?
Yeah, he's a captain, but I
Yeah.
think he could still own it out there.
You should do Severus Snape in Galaxy Quest. That guy has weird gills for his face.
Alan Rickman is the name you're looking for. What is
Severus
Alan
Snape.
Rickman?
I got you. I got you. Nice.
So yeah, that's what's going on. John, I got a question for you.
What's going on, dude?
What's your deal, dude?
Oh man, I'm so glad you asked, dude. You know what? You want to know what my deal is right now, bro?
Give it to me.
For the second time in 4 years, the Sharks are getting another division fucking rival. The Seattle Kraken just this last week announced all their draft picks. It is official. The Seattle Kraken are actually going to be a pretty cracking team, if I must say.
Ooh. Tell us more.
They kind of followed the suit that the Golden Knights did. Vegas went 15 forwards. They went 12 defensemen and 3 goalies. And the Kraken went 14 forwards. I'm sorry, the Kraken went 15, 12, and 3. And then Vegas did 14 forwards, 13 defensemen, 3 goalies. I think the big story is the names that the Kraken skipped. There was Carey Price, which was probably the biggest tag out there right now. He waived his no trade clause with the Canadiens. Essentially, he did that. It's kind of a hero move. He did it so that the Canadiens could protect their backup goalie because Carey Price has injuries and he didn't know if he was going to be able to play next year. So he did it so that the Canadiens could have a goalie for next year. It's a cool story. He's a real team player, and I love Carey Price more now than I did before. But other names, PK Subban, James Van Riemsdyk, and there's actually only 4 players that they have on their roster right now that are making $4.5 million annually. They went a big focus on the blue line. A lot of defensemen. They actually went and they drafted the biggest guy in the NHL. His name is Jamie Oleksiak.
So wait, this guy's bigger than Chara, and Chara is massive, right?
Chara's huge. On skates, Chara I think is like
It's like 7'2", 7'3".
We're talking biggest. We're gonna talk biggest, not as tall as this
girth.
guy is still.
Girth.
This guy is,
What
this
matters?
guy is still big. This guy is 6'7",
Girthy.
6'7" off skates. So then you imagine he's got to be pushing almost like 6'10" on skates, and he's like 200 and how big is he? He's like 200 and I want to say like 75 pounds. He's massive. He's a massive human being, but he's the biggest guy on skates. A lot of physicality on the team. A lot of dudes who are willing to go block shots, go get in fights, go get dirty, finish checks. The Kraken are going to be just like Vegas, and therefore I am announcing early that I will very quickly be rooting against the Seattle Kraken.
So it's fuck the Kraken then.
We hate the Kraken, bro.
Dude,
we hate them a lot, right?
We hate the Kraken. Fuck the Kraken.
Dude. But Kraken Rule 34 is about to pop off. That shit is gonna go crazy. I'm just excited for like new team traditions because like the Red Wings that like throw squid on the ice and shit. So what are the Kraken gonna do? Are they gonna throw tires on the ice?
So the big thing is everybody's listening to like the one thing that you think of with the Kraken is what do you think of? Release the Kraken. There's so much cool shit that you could do off of that with
everyone's gonna whip their dicks out, dude.
Tom, keep Seattle weird, dude. Keep Seattle weird, man. Do what y'all do, but you know, miss me with that.
That's fair.
Yeah, fuck the Kraken.
Also, just to stay within the division, really. So Marc-Andre Fleury, is he getting traded?
So the recent,
or is he not?
No, he has been traded. He is officially off of the Vegas Golden Knights. They traded him today for to the Blackhawks for a forward. I don't know just a forward and a defenseman, I think.
Okay.
The big thing right now is that Marc-Andre Fleury has told the Blackhawks and people, or not the Blackhawks, he's told people close to him that he does not want to play for the Blackhawks. And so he's kind of thinking his future right now. So we don't know where Marc-Andre Fleury is going to end up. I don't know if the Blackhawks like get to him and he can go in there and play, or if this is like the end of one of the greatest goalies that I've been able to witness.
That's interesting.
As far as I've been watching hockey.
Why would you not at least consult the player's agent before making a trade for him? If he's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna play for you.
He found out on Twitter, and
that's right. I did
and
see
apparently,
that.
and apparently
crazy.
has yet to hear from Vegas as far as like the details of the dude posted like a career save percentage. He had like a 928 save percentage, which is out of all the shots he faced, 92% of them he saves. That's all season. That's over the season. That's over the playoffs. The reason that they get far in the playoffs is because of Marc-Andre Fleury, and they just they up and trade the guy. It's crazy. It's kind of we're in infant stages right now as far as like where this story is going to go, but I don't think anybody's going to be happy about this. I think there'll be something to come out about it. But we're still early. We're still figuring out if he's going to play next year.
Hell yeah, that's badass, man. It's going to be interesting.
Wow.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, good for Seattle. They finally have a professional sports team.
True.
Happy for them, but also fuck them at the same time. They're going to be our rivals.
Mariners?
I guess they do have Mariners. That is fair.
Seahawks. Sounders.
Exactly.
The Supersonics.
All forget them.
They've
the
won MLS,
Storm.
right? Seattle's like one of the best.
Seattle
MLS.
Storm.
We just need them to get them an NBA team. That's the next step.
Yeah, bring the Sounders or the Supersonics back. Thank you.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Take away from the Utah Jazz.
So I also have a deal to pick.
Oh shit! No, wait! Whoa!
All right.
Whoa! There was going to be Kinks, and of
Colby?
course it's going to be me.
It's okay, baby.
I guess we gotta cap it off because Colby, I see you sitting there, man. And what's your deal?
What's my deal, bro?
What's your fucking deal, dude?
I'm popping a graphic up right now. I stumbled on I was doing some Kings research. I was on YouTube messing around. Graphics not up yet, boys. Calm down. However, I was doing some Kings research. I got recommended a YouTube video. And I think I may have found some golden content. It's a guy by the name of L Dizzy 2K who plays NBA 2K14 has posted 46 videos in the last month.
Whoa, dude.
He plays with the Sacramento Kings, and his team is Steph Curry, Paul George, Danilo Gallinari, Anthony Davis, and Tim Duncan.
Duncan?
This guy gets it.
Everybody right now watching the podcast needs to go subscribe to this guy. He has 20 subscribers. Yeah. He's got 20 views. Let's pump him up. Let's run the numbers up. We're all aspiring to be YouTubers, podcasters.
What's the name again? I don't have it in front of me.
It's L Dizzy 2K. EL space DIZZ capital ZY space 2K. And he also, this is a 45-minute long video of his game against James Harden and the Thunder. So that just stumbled into my feed and I was just flabbergasted. I went to his page and I'm like, oh, like this guy's playing 2K14. It's got to be old content. No, 46 videos in the last month.
I like it. I like it.
True hustler.
A true hustler.
I still can't find it. I missed like one word, so now or one letter, and I can't.
That's all right. I'll go find it. I'll go find it and link it in the chat when you guys are talking.
Post
about
it on the
stuff.
Twitter.
Go rate. Comment,
I will post it on the Twitter. I'll post that exact video that I just showed the graphic of on Twitter.
And can I give a disclaimer to all 8 people listening right now? So we're like a big YouTube channel now. So if you don't want your comment said in our YouTube videos and you don't want to make us money by giving us great jokes to say, then fuck you.
Fair.
That's about it. That's all I got.
Good disclaimer, dude. Good disclaimer. Well, all right. So speaking,
it's you, Zach. Keep them coming, Zach. Keep them coming, Zach.
All right. Well, speaking of Steph Curry on the Kings and super teams, did you guys see that Aaron Rodgers reportedly came back to Lambeau Field today?
Yeah. Was he on a bike?
I think he was on his bike. I think he was on his feet, but he looked sick, dude. He looked sick as me, bro.
Oh no.
I saw him with the stunners on. He looked good. He looked like a man that had a nice long vacation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good for him.
I'm happy for him. He's like living the youth that he maybe never got, like growing up as a professional athlete. He's finally getting to just wear what he wants, be who he wants, do what he wants. I support it.
Well, he's coming in. He's saying, all right, I'll come back, but make sure it's my last year. I get to go wherever I want after this. Go get Randall Cobb for me, and we'll do a last dance, and I'll say deuces.
Is he happy because he knows that this is the last dance, that like he got his way and that he's going to be able to leave Green Bay on his terms now, as far as like exactly what you said? He basically gets to get out by next year. They're going to go pick up players that he wants. He kind of gets his way. I would be happy too. I mean, especially with all the deals that have apparently been going on behind the scenes with him and upper management.
You know, with Devontae Adams. And they posted that IG story, the Pip and Jordan at the same time. They were both like, last dance, let's ride, baby. And Devontae Adams will be gone next year. Zadarius Smith is pissed off with his contract.
The last round, dude.
I feel bad for Matt LaFleur, but I think it's going to be a fun season in Green Bay regardless.
Because they'll all be together kind of in hatred, just like they had. The comparisons are too real. But obviously I want to point this out when I brought up the last dance with somebody at work. Well, they're like, well, he's not fucking Michael Jordan. It's like, that's true. He's only won one. It's still a big deal. He's an incredible player. But I'm just saying, this isn't like the greatest player of all time. It's like if this happened for the Niners with fucking Joe Montana or something.
Well, it's still one of the greatest players of all time. And it's fucking Tom Brady's fault because he got out of New England and had a team commit to him, say, hey, dude, we'll take you and we'll build around you. We'll do whatever you want. And it'll be all about you and surrounding you with good weapons. And I think your Russell Wilson, he's probably going to be gone next year too. Aaron Rodgers, they're all looking at it like, fuck, I'll just get out of my situation, find a team that will build around me. It will be a dope ass offense.
Absolutely. I think
it's becoming a player driven league, which is cool.
I think it's fun. And we've talked about this, I think, in podcasts back in the day when we were saying that we wanted the NFL to turn more into kind of the NBA where people are forming these super teams, which we'll see if it works in the NFL long term, but I think there's more players and more talent to kind of be spread around. I think Colin Pre made a good point. They just shouldn't have kicked the field goal, honestly. They just shouldn't have kicked the field
Aaron,
goal.
Use your legs, bud.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice running lane right there.
Yep, very true. Very
Agreed.
true.
I have to touch on the fact that Aaron Rodgers is wearing the office shirt today when he came to camp. Was that brought up?
Yeah, it was.
It was
No, we didn't talk about
Kevin
it.
Malone.
Okay, I lost
Kevin with the chili, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Kevin versus the chili. Exactly.
That's a great shirt.
Yeah.
What good choice, Aaron. I will say that the man bun with the Oakleys or whatever those shades are. The little.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if those were blenders or not, but
blenders.
He was looking pretty good. I gotta
Broccoli's,
say.
I guess, like whatever.
Spivey Special says, where are they all gonna go? Jacksonville.
Where are they gonna go?
Not if Gardner Minshew has anything to say about it. Did you see what he said about?
I did.
About winning the job.
That's incredible.
Fucking dork.
What did he say?
He said they were talking about the QB competition with him and Trevor Lawrence, and he said he hasn't taken a shit in weeks because number 2 is not an option. Which is just so fucking Gardner Minshew.
It is.
I don't know if I love him or hate him, but he's
only
got
time will
something
tell,
going
Matt.
on. Yeah.
I don't think. What's our early prediction? Go ahead. What do you think? Gardner Minshew, is he going to be a starter in the league in 3 years? I don't think so at all.
Trevor Lawrence starts week 1 for sure.
I'm saying outside of Jacksonville. I feel like he's definitely not going to do it in Jacksonville, obviously, but he gets traded or dropped or something.
Career serviceable backup with good Twitter content.
Exactly. He's absolutely made the most of his career, which is impressive. Like
he's doing the whole Uncle Rico bit. I think it's gone a little too far, a little cheesy, but good for him.
CJ Beathard type,
True. Well, CJ Beathard actually is elite. So
this is why I said it.
Let's calm down on that. Yeah. Right? CJ, our boy CJ.
Take it.
True Grit is right though that we got to get more foul baiting into the NFL before it's anything like the NBA. And we'll be right there.
Very true.
We'll be right there.
Very true.
Spivey Special needs one of those Luke McCown gigs exactly. He could be the next Luke McCown.
Oh, True Grit's asking again too. Hate to ask, but can Mariota even get back to that peak? He's still on the Raiders, right?
Bo. He's on the Raiders.
I think so.
He was on the Raiders. He was on the Raiders last season.
An expensive backup.
Yeah, very expensive backup.
I don't loves his quarterbacks. They all say.
I think his NFL career is declining.
Listen, man, this Mariota, man.
His peak was at Oregon.
He had some good Oregon game. And this kid, he ran.
Well, so that's fast. The thing is, you think of, does anybody need a quarterback right now? And would Marcus even? What's his sample size? Did he have any games? He had a couple games for Oakland, right?
He did well. I thought he played well in the couple games.
He's okay.
He did.
So that's what I'm saying. Is does he have? Is there anybody out there who needs a QB that bad?
There's always. I feel like give it 3 weeks. There's going to be the fucking classic. QBs are going to suck. QBs are going to get hurt. QBs are going to test positive. Something's going to happen.
NFL.
And then all these QBs that are sitting on people's benches are going to start getting brought up in trades.
He'd have to take a significant pay cut though.
Wherever he went.
Yeah.
Well, it's a prove it deal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a pretty expensive backup as it is. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to trade for him and pay him.
What's his
I think he's making close to 10.
True Grit was injured in a car accident? Oh, no, wait. That's not True Grit, thanks for coming back, bro. I'm excited you're here.
Dude, we got it.
He actually reworked his deal this offseason, so
there we go.
Yeah, $10.6 million for a backup quarterback is a lot.
Yeah. Yikes.
That's Gruden money.
So he's probably I'll sit on the bench. It's cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, I mean, if you're making $10 million a year to be backup quarterback, that's kind of a.
It's the best. It's what they say is the best job in the NFL is the backup quarterback.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not a bad gig. I would be happy to collect 10 mil. Just got to show up for practice. He's
got a house next to Gruden and Carr. He's got the shittiest house on the block or something.
The shittiest house on the block.
He's right there,
I am interested to see though, that early call as far as week 3 hits. Where are we at? What QBs are going to get moved? What backups are looking hot? I think Mariota probably falls into that piece as far as one of the first ones you think of as a backup as far as that would want to get moved. Or
what about Washington?
Ooh,
they might need a quarterback.
So this
is Garoppolo.
Whoa. Okay. Are you trying to pave the way immediate?
We're doing this right away, dude? I'm getting into let me rephrase this. I've never heard the 49ers QB controversy conversation ever.
I don't think it's a controversy. I think it's a lot of excitement.
There's no controversy.
There's a lot of excitement, though.
That's true.
There's obviously a lot of disappointment with the injuries right now because everybody I'm of the mindset that I love Jimmy and I love the potential and I love what he does when he's on the field, but the injuries cannot be overlooked. It just can't. And I don't know, given not to obviously put it in this way, but you get this shiny new thing here that's, you know, supposed to be this like Shanahan and Lynch brainchild as far as like they've put in the research and the time, and there's this huge hype around this kid as far as like this is that next like prototype. This is what you want to see. And as Niner fans, like, fuck yeah, we want to see that.
It's also literally your next 3 first-round picks. You're staring at your next 3 first-round picks, right?
So
let's not forget that this is quite an investment, you know, kind of a gamble.
So yeah,
you know,
but there would obviously be
anxiety around it.
But with that price tag, you would expect some kind of immediate payoff, and I would
exactly.
We're excited about that.
There's a lot of excitement. Keep in mind he didn't play at all last year.
I get it,
and he just turned 21. So, but who knows, man? Like if he somehow balls out in camp and they're pretty close, Fitzmagic gets hurt, Washington comes knocking, says we'll give you a second for good old handsome Jimmy G. Why not put him out there?
Jump on it.
But I think I agree. Everyone's just so stoked because like the guys, like the modern NFL, all the guys you got to beat. It's Josh Allen, fucking maniac, freak. Patrick Mahomes, freak. Justin Herbert, freak. Like you need a guy like that.
Jalen Hurts, freak.
And that's why Miami fans are so pissed.
Jalen Hurts. Tom, do you have a second? Can we?
No, we're not talking about Eagles ball this week.
No, Matt was on a tear. Matt was on a tear. Go.
I'm sorry.
And that's why Miami fans are so pissed because like Tua might be fine, but they've even had players anonymously say like, well, in the AFC, look who we got to go against. It's either Josh or Patrick. We got Tua, so I don't know if that's going to work.
True Grit asks, are you excited and confident about Jimmy? He said confident, but
yeah, same.
I think he'll be fine if he stays healthy. I don't think he's going to – I think he'll be very similar to 2019. Hopefully he gets a little bit better. But
no yips from having the young gun behind him?
No.
He should be playing like
having
the
3
biggest
first-round picks behind him.
He's got fucking nothing to lose right now. He should be playing the most free fuck it football he can play.
100%.
That's true. I love they're saying he's the starter too. When they're all the time ESPN. I have another point. ESPN.
Well, they want to trade. They want to trade him at some point.
That's
so they gotta,
true.
They got to pump and dump.
Pump and dump. I was going to bring up. I feel like ESPN starting to. I feel like every time I turn it on, they're talking about the Niners QB, whatever, just because it's a big deal. But I've seen the video of Trey Lance crying when he gets the phone call. I feel like I don't know. I've watched enough ESPN and NFL Live recently, but I feel like I've seen the video of Trey Lance crying. It's like a quick cut between Trey Lance crying, Trey Lance in like a uniform, and then Trey Lance throwing the ball, and it's just like, who's gonna be the quarterback? This guy's the guy. It's like tears, ball. So I just see it over and over again, dude.
You like it?
ESPN's paying attention.
Do you love it?
Like
it's some good drama, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with Niners QB controversy.
Tom likes watching him cry. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. Greatest moment of my life, dude. Every time he says it.
Gonna watch him cry when he beats Jalen Hurts in the fucking NFC Championship, dude.
That's
Jalen
awful
Hurts.
Presumptive of the Eagles.
I don't care what
the Eagles aren't
is.
making the NFC.
I was gonna say awful presumptive of the Eagles.
But they do play. I think they play each other this year. So
they do in San Francisco, dude.
Yes, they do.
Let's go.
That's gotta happen.
Go. We gotta go. Start looking up tickets, dude. Full fans.
I know we've already. Yeah, we got. I know. Yeah, it's way open, so we'll get it figured out.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
We're talking a lot about elite quarterbacks there. Also reporting to camp, Deshaun Watson, Mr. Bad Boy himself. Apparently, there are 0 restrictions on him at camp, which is insane. Absolutely insane. And then obviously the Texans are listing trade offers.
Is he restricted to only one masseuse at camp, or
no, none? They said no restriction.
Oh, really?
He should be restricted to one masseuse.
Yeah, how does that work? Does he not get to get massaged at all?
Probably not. I mean, they're like, here's a Thero gun. Do it yourself, dude. Like,
nah, dude, it's some old asshole who works on the trading center. The gnarliest looking dude. Got fucking hair coming out his nose and ears, dude. Guy's doing his foot massages.
But it does have to be awkward that he's showing up because I don't think he can just show up and leave. I think he has to go to meetings and stuff probably. Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think he can just show up, not get fined, and then dip back out. I think he has to kind of hang around the building, which I think he's just trying to force himself out. But pretty awkward situation in Houston.
Yeah, it sounds like he just showed up, requested a trade, and then left, right?
I mean, he's got to keep going back. I think he obviously got whatever the paycheck he needed to show up for was.
Yeah.
But it was after that day when the Texans were like, all right, we're ready to finally talk about trades. We've waited long enough. So whatever that, they touched base, his people and the Texans are like, all right, fine, we can trade him now.
I think it's awfully ballsy of the Texans their asking price is still around 5 picks, and 3 of them need to be like firsts. So
wait that shit out, dude.
Yeah,
it down.
It's a 25-year-old superstar quarterback.
I get it, but I think it's a classic businessman's approach. I get it. You got to ask for that super high price tag, and then it'll fall back to where obviously like down to earth prices. But
I mean,
I read that and I was like, Jesus,
like,
what is it crazy?
And not, like, I don't want to diminish any of the charges he has, but the reality is they'll probably blow over at some point. They'll get resolved. He might get suspended for X amount of time, but then it'll be over, and he'll have, as long as he's a decent human going forward, he'll have 10 more years as a superstar quarterback.
I get you.
So you have to think about that.
I get you.
If you're the Texans too, like, do we just fucking hold on to him for a year?
I mean,
and then trade him?
It's kind of like the Kareem Hunt situation, right? Where he was young, he fucked up, obviously horrible situation, and now he's on a different team doing phenomenal, and he's going to continue to play well. As we all know, the NFL just forgives and forgets.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, like, really horrible stuff, but everybody loves him. So I don't know. If you're the Texans, I'd be pretty firm on my asking price for Deshaun Watson, but he's going to make it real awkward.
Look at this 3-way trade that Spivey just put in the chat.
Rodgers to Seattle, Watson to Green Bay, Wilson to Texas. Who says no?
Wilson.
Russell Wilson says no.
Yeah, Wilson
says no.
One person, I think, who says no and all that. Imagine going Sierra living in fucking Houston, dude. I don't know if Russell Wilson and his wife can hang in Houston.
She would love it in Houston, dude. It's hot. She was just complaining about how like shitty the weather in Seattle was. She just
I thought she wanted to go to like New York, like big, like LA metropolitan areas. Kind of
maybe.
Yeah, I think if there's any team that Russell Wilson does not want to go to, it's the Houston Texans. Yeah, they're gonna suck this year. They're gonna suck next year, and they're gonna suck the year after at least.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, Brett Favre was showing dick and got a few extra seasons. So yeah, and then Ray Lewis murdered a guy. We talk about Ray Lewis murdering
Joe
that
Mixon
guy all the time.
Joe Mixon, that was gnarly.
Yeah.
Dante Stallworth or something. He killed a guy with his car.
He killed a guy.
Yeah, fully killed a guy with his car.
In his car.
Yeah.
But he was drunk.
It was
an accident.
It's all good.
It happens.
Human life.
Classic whoopsie.
Classic whoopsie, dude.
All right, well, in some better NFL news, Chris Hogan is back, which is a big deal.
Yes.
Thank God, dude. Lacrosse lost a star today.
Dude, the PLL lost their biggest namesake. And he was signed to the Saints, right, to help fill the Michael Thomas, which rip, by the way.
Yeah. It is a shame, but it just shows what an absolute dynamic multi-sport monster Chris Hogan is. To be able to overcome having to switch sports is pretty incredible. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has 1,500 yards this year.
Sheer display of athleticism and drive
and Chris Hogan
and commitment
and heart.
Yeah.
Fantasy sleeper this year.
So I think, I think in all seriousness, it should help a little bit, but I don't know how they're going to fill that void. And who knows when Michael Thomas is even coming back. Apparently, he only had a surgery in June because he had other procedures leading up to it. Ooh. So he's kind of fucked.
Damn,
did he have a slant tear in his MCL?
Nice. That was well done.
Golf clap.
Golf clap. Golf clap. Right? Golf clap. Yeah.
I pointed at my shoulder when I said MCL, but what are you gonna do? You know? What are you gonna do?
You got to workshop. Take it to the club a little bit. Work it out.
Spivey Special says Chris Hogan is the white Bo Jackson, and could not agree more.
Well, I mean, there's interesting signings that they could go for as well to fill the gap. I mean, you have Des Bryant, Golden Tate, Josh Gordon, Mr. Flash.
We gonna try that one again?
I don't think so, dude. I mean,
kind
of over it, Josh.
Yeah, it's
back when you mean it, Josh.
And he's never gonna mean it. He comes back, makes a flash, and then he's out and he's smoking again and doing.
Wouldn't it be better if he's in a flash?
Isn't the better discussion? Shouldn't the NFL just like fucking wake up and like shouldn't all leagues just kind of wake up and let weed do its thing?
Let the boys smoke.
Are we done with this? Can we be done with this?
His is a little bit worse because he always tests positive for weed, but apparently he's like a raging alcoholic, coke fiend.
Yeah.
He's got.
So that's the extra stuff. That's different. That's different.
But what a man does on his time off is none of your business.
A raging coke fiend alcoholic is a pretty big deal. That's something that an organization should definitely concern themselves with.
Seems like more of a mental health.
I think that's the larger issue with Josh Gordon. Des Bryant would
somebody's got to be the voice of reason. Somebody had to say it. So
seeing Dez's his workout clips on Twitter, he looks athletic. I don't know. It's hard for me as like a whatever white guy just watching guys run routes on Twitter against air, being like, yeah. He looks good.
That guy's got it.
But that's all the content we have right now, so I'll take it.
That being said, watching Deebo Samuel run at wherever he was against air, that dude's going to be an absolute monster this year. So
we all know that.
Congrats to you, Deebo, on just proving that you're going to be a fucking manimal again.
Deebo, Devontae Smith, dude. Yeah, I get it.
There's definitely comparisons.
Maybe Jalen Rager for sure.
Yeah, for
just
real.
Bring up Eagles signings, Eagles players. Whenever you bring up a Niners, somebody.
Golden Tate would be interesting.
Dez again? No way.
Once again, dude.
Golden Tate, rides
again.
Did Dez steal the X Factor from Dante? Why is the name slipping my name? He was like the punt returner for the Chiefs. Dynamic.
Oh, Dante Hall?
Dante Hall also did the X.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, so Des Bryant is a phoney?
Dante Hall. Yeah.
Is this the first time you're hearing that, man?
I'm calling it out.
Who's that? Des what now?
Des Bryant? X Factor man? Doing the name association game?
I've got a little news related to the NFL. I don't know how fast we're moving through this, but
do it, dude.
It hails straight from the People's Republic of Tampa Bay. Let me go take a look at this. Take a look at this article here. Well, I'm looking at it on my phone, dude. Actually, I'm reading it on a piece of paper that's totally in front of me. What it says here is that our fearless leader, Tom Brady, performed all of his great duties last season while also with a partially torn MCL. He is a God man, and no one shall fight his power over thy realm. That's what I got.
Damn. Was this? I thought it was on paper. It sounds like it was written on stone.
Yeah, for real.
It was actually on a mural. I had to inscribe it.
Oh, the TB12 Testament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I heard it was fully torn in half.
Yeah,
that was just me. Yeah.
I heard he didn't have a fucking leg.
That was a prosthetic the whole time.
Exactly. I guess that's my bit. I just feel like the whole fucking the Tampa Bay Tribune coming out with a fucking story about Tom Brady was fucking injured all season when he won it all. I don't know, just real
true
North Korea vibes.
True Grit said it's those kisses with his son that gives him the strength to do it.
Yeah. I think we're days away from Tom Brady saying he actually doesn't shit anymore. He never shits.
But just like our actual great leader.
Tom Brady, Gardner Minshew, only two guys that don't shit in the NFL. No shit club. Number 2 ain't an option. Oh my god.
So yeah, Tom Brady doesn't poop and is a god. That's what I learned this week.
I mean, there's obviously a lot of injuries going on in the league. We can talk a lot more about it. Cam Akers, if we want to really dive into it, there's a lot of guys that really are trying not to sign. Jamal Adams, Chandler Jones wants to get out of Arizona. I mean, there's so much NFL news going on right now. Honestly, I'm just happy to talk about it with you boys. We're getting closer and closer and closer every single week.
Content season, baby.
It's content season, boys. Spivey wants to know what the snake charmer of a trainer is giving to him. Who knows? Probably
Alex Guerrero. Yeah.
The trainer doesn't give Tom stuff. Tom gives the trainer stuff.
Yeah, he is mysteriously in every photo of Tom. It's like Tom and his kids like hanging out at the beach. Alex Guerrero's just in the background, like in a cloak and hoodie, just like menacingly standing back there. That guy, it's weird.
Maybe he's doing the the spells or whatever. He's doing the conjurings.
They're doing some sort of witchcraft because Tom Brady looks good. Like every time you see him too, He's like his face is thinner. He looks like
he's throwing into the football machine. Did you watch that video?
That was
so fake.
Too.
It has to be fake.
No, don't say that.
I don't know.
Super fake.
If you want the Tampa Bay Secret Police to come and take you
absolutely
away,
Exactly.
then
Now you're
change your
getting
tune.
All right,
Absolutely
I'm sorry,
fake.
officer.
I honestly can't believe people, like a large majority of people, thought that was real.
It looked like those old commercials where like Travis Kelce was catching a ball through a wall and like
Chris Cooley, through the wall.
Chris Cooley, yes. It looked
Those
like
are
one
sick.
of those. It's like, all right, we get it. They look cool. But I remember when we were young, when those first came out, we were like, wait, dude, are those real?
Yeah.
So I understand it. I understand.
Tom Brady is a god, man. That's all we all.
it. The god
That
of
is all
Tampa
we
Bay,
learned.
Florida, and former god
he's
of
he's
New
Rasputin.
England.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. You can't. I swear to God, that's accurate.
John,
And
I would say, John, I see you keep looking over at the TV. Any news on the Giants front?
Well, I just saw a graphic that was really cool about our boy Lamont Wade
Tell
about
me
the
more.
most home runs,
I'm
the
looking at it
most
right
home
now.
runs that you've hit within 50 games of being a Giant, and he's in the conversation. So it's Barry Bonds with 14, Willie McCovey with 13, Lamont Wade Jr. with 12,
Whoa.
and then
Orlando Cepeda.
Orlando Cepeda, thank you. With
That's are those other three guys like pretty good?
I think they had like decent careers. I think they panned out. You know what I mean?
Willie
Good for the
Mays, ever heard of him?
Was that the guy that did like the commercials? He'd yell.
Yes.
No, he's in
No.
the Major League. You know, Willie Mays Hayes. You ever
Oh
heard of him?
yeah.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
that movie.
Had the
Yeah.
gloves.
No,
real
I saw
fast.
the graphic and realized I reacted during NFL. But yeah, I'm big on only because I'm going to be there this Thursday, and it's always good to play interdivision because we're trying to make games right now, obviously. So, and Lamont Wade is just another Farhan deep find. So, good for us.
Or
Monster.
he could be the guy, dude. We have no
Sad
idea.
for.
Is he the
Twins?
next
We have no
first
idea
baseman?
yet.
Is he the
I'm
first
down.
baseman of the future?
I'm super down.
Hopefully.
I am down.
Did Eric Cannon
Somehow
drop
the guy needs to
him
play.
and I picked him up in our league? Yes.
I picked. Oh, in your league, I picked him up
Yeah.
in the league I'm in, dude.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Fantasy
Whatever,
sports so entertaining, bro.
Tell me more about your fantasy.
I was gonna say the quick caveat into baseball. I'm sorry. The
Hey.
live reaction to our Los Gigantes. So
Hey, thank you for being the tool of my transition. So clearly, there's a lot of trade talk going on, right, boys? If you guys want to talk Giants trade, go for it. If you guys want to talk other trades, we got lots to talk about.
Well, if you want, while we're here, we can hit my new segment if you want.
Oh yeah.
I may or may not have something for you, boys.
All right.
dear.
So
Let me-
Tom, you have here. I'm going to turn
Set
off.
the mood.
I'll leave the MLB Talk graphic on. You have the floor, my
Are you
friend.
ready, boys? Are you ready? This
No.
segment's called The Cursed Take.
Bum,
So,
bum,
it-
bum, bum.
Exactly. So I would hopefully at some point we have some ominous music going. But
Yes. Here, give me a
First
second.
take.
I'll cue it up. I'll cue it up.
Cue it up. Yeah. You. I can't hear the stream, so you tell me. But
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna.
First
I'm literally
take.
gonna type
Take
ominous.
that no man.
Here we go. Mood ominous.
No man-
Shuffle the
Got
playlist.
it? Ready?
Go.
No man desires to bring a cursed take to the table with brethren on sports, but a man must bring up these things when it's for the good of the people. This cursed take that I bring to you today involves our San Francisco Giants. And this take is it time to trade Brandon Crawford this trade deadline before July 30th?
Why?
Feels fucking dirty to bring it up, but the argument, this was brought up. This was a conversation I had with someone. This is not my take. I want to throw myself away from it. But this cursed take brought to you by Dave. What up, dude? The idea is he will never have more value than he has right now. And the Giants obviously have tons of stuff in their farm system. We weren't even thinking about signing him until he had such a good season this year. So the argument is there never been a better time to trade Brandon Crawford than right now? And that's the cursed take. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna, as the probably most uneducated. I love the Giants, but I know Matt and John watch way more games. Looking at it from an outside perspective, I think yes, his value is the highest it's ever been. However, homegrown boy, grew up a Giants fan. He's got a couple years left. He'll take a lower salary than he needs to. If he's playing his best ball now, why not keep him and make the run this season, next season, see how long we can stretch it out. Boys, you have the floor.
I would say what would the hope be then if you're thinking about a Farhan Giants, the hope would be to get younger, and I just don't know. I don't know who needs, like, the Nationals need a shortstop, but I don't know that you can get anything out of that. That would be any sort of.
You trade Crawford to a contender.
Nationals have
you add and subtract.
They do have Trey Turner, don't they?
Crawford or something.
Doesn't he play third for them?
No.
Sure, he played third. See, that's the thing too. They are going to trade him too, huh? You brought that up.
They
too.
might.
They're gonna
I
trade
doubt
Trey.
they will, but
dude, I don't know where you come from on the Brandon Crawford trade though, because I don't see the return value.
The return value is just like we always talk about Farhan. He's trying to add and subtract. He's trying to be in all spaces of time and space at one time. So if you see Brandon Crawford and you try and get some prospects and young players while also trading to get a player to win now, the argument is you're going to lose Crawford anyway, or you're going to have to sign him. He's never going to have as much value as he has right now. You will get the most return on him. He is a full free agent next season. So you're going to have him this year. Totally. Obviously, we're losing Brandon Crawford. But I guess the argument just is there will never be a better time. I want to hear what Matt has to say because he's just.
I fucking hate it.
I was watching Matt fume that whole time.
They have the best record in baseball, so why the fuck would they trade one of their best players right now? Across the league, front offices are a little bit frustrated because rental players are not having the value that they think they should. So I don't think there would really be that much crazy value. You're not going to get somebody's like Wander Franco or Jared Kelenic for Brandon Crawford. And
yeah, those guys are good.
All right. Well,
he's untouchable.
Brandon Crawford, like, there's no reason to trade him. You wouldn't get the fair value.
He's an untouchable,
and he should be untouchable. And also, Farhan said they don't want to do anything that will really fuck up their clubhouse.
True.
So it is a curse take, and it belongs in the garbage can.
You've made me feel much better about this curse take. So
but I would like to see them go get Chris Bryant.
Yes, absolutely. I think we can all get on board for that. Whatever it takes, not Crawford, because like as Connor just said in the chat, as John was going to say, Crawford is an untouchable. You subtract more in the clubhouse than you could add in prospects.
I was shouting out
Connor.
Plain and simple. He is
plain
untouchable.
And simple. Yeah, plain and simple.
Yeah. That guy is San Francisco Giants. He's a big reason that we are who we are right now.
However,
so, I mean,
yeah, go.
He's got to. No, he's got to stay. I was gonna cap it with that. He's got to stay.
I was gonna say, True Grit, big Seattle guy, said Mariners ownership would give up our young guys for literally nothing. So is there anybody?
All right, so Jared Kelenic back on the board. Let's get it. I'll do it straight up for him.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I don't know much about the Mariners. I was on their little league team, so I fuck with them. But that's about all I know at this point.
Let's go Mariners.
Let's go Mariners. I'll support the Mariners. American League.
I think that's part of the problem too. Is like guys like Scherzer. It's like, what do you probably want a king's ransom for him, but you're not going to get it.
Right. So my thing was that a lot of what people are giving up in the Scherzer trade is a lot of prospects. Supposedly a lot of prospects right now are shortstops, and so that's who the return that I'm seeing for Scherzer, to include the San Francisco Giants, would be some kind of shortstop value, including some kind of obviously some kind of pitching piece. But everything that I was seeing was shortstop. And then that plays into the narrative, obviously, now that Trey Turner is apparently on the table for some reason. So maybe that return value is there. So
that would be a haul. I think that would be one of the more massive trades we've seen in years.
Right. Well, and that's the thing, though, is that's what I'm saying, is that this whole prospect of like a shortstop going to the Nationals isn't such a far-fetched thing now that there's all the rumors that he's on the table. And there's people that will pay the king's ransom to go get a guy like Trey Turner. There's definitely people out there in the league right now who can do it. And
he's worth it.
Hell yeah, he is.
Well, they've said apparently everybody except Juan Soto's on the table.
That surprises me. That blows my mind. That absolutely blows my mind that he's even remotely on the table for them.
It sounds like it's because they just have not gotten anywhere with their extension talks.
Okay.
But figure it out, Mike Rizzo. Figure it out.
Well, so that's
There's
thing.
So many people that are going to be a free agent coming up. It just feels like all the players are like, fuck it, I'm going to go get my deal, dude. And like every player is valuing themselves so highly. And it's going to be funny when the best players are gone and then these middle of the road players.
And then front offices are increasingly devaluing veteran free agents. So it's kind of an interesting intersection there. Like that's why Bryce Harper took so long to sign in Philly. Just like these guys aren't getting the same money that they used to. Like nobody's going to sign fucking Johnny Cueto for what he got 5 years ago.
No way.
Anything like that.
Hell no.
That guy's going to be on a 1-year deal.
Well, even if it was Johnny Cueto 5 years ago, he wouldn't get the same deal. Just no one's willing to pay somebody that far into their 30s.
The game has changed.
Yep.
Like you said, nobody's willing, especially in the pitching position, nobody's willing to get that like big extensive contract on people that are pushing like 32, 33. Like getting up there, no.
That said, I want all the splash trades. So
exactly. Bring them.
I know.
Bring them.
Connor asks, is Farhan? I think Farhan takes the rental risk on Bryant. No guarantees he re-signs.
I was gonna say that the only thing that I know of Farhan is that he is good on the signing the 1-year prove it deals, and that is a good point as far as like somebody who has that. If you trade a bunch away, you expect the guy to stay. You know what I mean? And there's a potential that he just would go where the money was or go where he wanted to go, which does not mean it's San Francisco. I think that we've built a cool clubhouse, and I think that people should be excited about the clubhouse that we have and the prospects that we have and the future that the Giants have. And I think that would play into some decision as far as like a Chris Bryant or somebody who came in not necessarily at the end of the career, but getting to those years where you're starting to think about, well, we got to start making runs again. I get it. The guy's a champion, but you gotta go, once you get one, you want two, you know what I mean?
Can he re-sign this? If they trade for him before the trade deadline, can they do a contract extension in the season? Is that possible?
Good question. I have no idea.
Scott Boras will never let him do that.
Right.
I know.
Play the season out.
Yeah.
Go see.
But it'd be so fun. And I think he'd be perfect. Scott Harris knows him from his time with the Cubs, Giants GM. So they have a relationship there. He could play left field. He could play third. I think he would be a great fit. Apparently, He's never had a drink of alcohol in his life. Doesn't curse. Wow. Very nice. Just
he's not going to fit in.
Fella.
Let the city of San Francisco fall on you.
Maybe it burns.
Let it take you away.
We have a legit YouTube comment. I literally spent like the last 4 minutes deleting troll YouTube comments. But somebody asked, does Soto have a team friendly contract?
I think right now he does.
YouTube guy.
I would say right now probably.
But he's going to have to get one of those Fernando Tatis Jr. deals where it's like, we'll sign you for 18 years and $450 million or something like that.
But then,
he's only 22 years old.
Doesn't that also then play into why they're trying to get rid of Trey Turner? Isn't that probably their mindset right now? I don't think they're
trying to. I think they're just like, all right, if he's not going to resign, we might as well just rebuild.
But that's what I'm saying. So you have to put your money. You have to put your money somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be with Trey Turner, then obviously the next 13, 14-year deal that we're thinking of is Juan Soto.
Yeah.
So, sure. I mean, I think obviously right now it's definitely team friendly as far as like what the guy brings to the table and obviously the potential. And I think that he will, like you said, he's going to garner one of those ridiculous contracts that we see that are just going to blow our minds as far as the money that baseball is allowed to offer to people. So
yeah, Tatis would be the standard for whatever he's going to get.
100%.
I would think Trey Turner would be untouchable too. That just blows my mind, but they must have some sort of
It still doesn't make sense to me. I don't even with that.
He's 27.
Like we just watched it with Rodgers. Like we're still watching it. There's still there obviously like even if there is a miscommunication, there's a way to bridge it. So to have it be this so stark right now, as far as like, okay, well we can't get a deal done, whatever.
Isn't it crazy to go from 2019 World Series champions to fire sale?
Bryce Harper got out the right fucking time.
Rendon left.
100%.
Nuts.
Oh, Connor said there's 3 more years of Arbitration for Soto. Can't be a free agent until 2025.
Is he gonna get strung along then?
Maybe.
Is Connor our Jamie?
Maybe.
Connor.
Connor,
Hey,
I mean,
Connor,
the
Connor, can you
Padres-
pull that up? Can you pull that up, Connor?
Connor's always that guy though. Connor has stats on stats. I look to that kid for everything.
He didn't even
That's
Google
blood.
it. He just knew that.
The Padres
Big shout
did
out to
the,
Connor.
We're not gonna fuck around. We're just gonna lock you up and not let it get weird with arbitration or any of that. Like we're committing to you, bud.
I would hope that would
Soto, Mike Rizzo, I think the Nats kind of botched the Strasburg thing too. So
Yikes.
I don't know.
Nats might be a little fucked, dude.
Are the Nats
Maybe.
dysfunctional?
Are they?
Your
Are
Nats are
they?
dysfunctional?
Should we just put it out there without really knowing?
Are they? Twitter.
America's team, dude.
We just do a graphic of the Nats dysfunctional. Just the tweet. Are
EC
they?
EC says Ohtani's gonna get the biggest money.
Looking True Grit's ready for
He
that.
should. I hope
Grit's
Ohtani
hyped
gets
for basketball.
all the money.
Oh, look at that shirt, baby. Look at that shirt.
That shirt is sick though.
Hopefully he got royalties on that shit.
Probably not.
Nah, I doubt it.
Got it.
Hey, True Grit, I agree. Yeah, get Dennis Schroeder's 100 mil. I'm down.
I'm gonna grab another beer before.
So down.
I think it might be.
Yeah, dude, go for
Time.
it. Go get your beer, baby. Stay hydrated. You know, we gotta stay hydrated out here.
I was gonna
Hey,
say, I gotta
chat,
get
drink them if you got them. Cheers, boys. I got water tonight, obviously on account of the congestion, but let's drink them up.
Congestion 19 or just congestion?
I gotta go drain another.
Hopefully not
another bag
congestion
of this.
19. That's the plan.
I gotta go drain another one of these 16 bags of chugging wine that we have into our little 2-liter decanter that we have. So that, dude,
There you go.
camping trips, Forest Hill camping trips. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
we may not be prepared in the food, but damn it, we're gonna drink well tonight. That's for sure,
As long as you slap that bad boy.
brother.
Give us a couple slaps right on the mic.
Oh.
Don't knock the mic over, but just let us hear it.
Ooh.
Let's go, huh?
That was like dead.
You know what
That
I'm
was
talking about?
silent. I didn't hear that.
You can't
There
hear,
it is. There it is.
Can't hear that
Oh
bag,
yeah,
dude?
baby. Oh yeah, baby.
Come on now. You want to slap the
God
bag?
damn, John.
Slap the bag for me?
John.
Come on
Uncle
now.
Tim's cabin.
Ooh.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a throwback right there.
Yeah, let's go
Who the
now.
fuck
baby.
is that, dude?
Let's
That's
go.
it. That's Eric King.
Oh, what up, dude?
Yee! What's up?
That's
baby?
why I brought up the fantasy bit.
fantasy, dog.
All
Nice.
right, boys. Did you guys
Got
get your?
Tim's
uh,
cabin. Love
Did
it.
you guys get your MLB nut there? You got anything else you want to cover before we maybe switch over to something else?
Trade talk's so hot right now. 3
It's
days
so
till
hot.
deadline.
It's
It's
so
so
hot right now.
hot.
Trade
So
deadline this Friday,
interesting.
so we'll see who else moves.
You're
We will.
a real baseball fan. This is like a real fun time right now. And we got a Dodger series that me and John are going to go to the
Just
last
want to
game of
say
this week.
I'm
It's gonna be a
most
great week.
excited. The biggest
It's a great
offseason, or the
week, Tom.
biggest deadline addition is the White Sox getting Eloy and Luis Robert back.
Eric's
It's gonna be
dropping a
fun.
fuck Lamont Wade.
Candy,
I'm
you
sorry.
calm down with that
Come on, Wade.
immediately.
I take offense to that. He's only been on our team for one.
It's because he dropped him.
It's 'cause he
That,
dropped
that was the bit we were talking about.
Got
Okay.
it. Got it. I'm back up to speed.
Now
Give me
the
a second.
story
I get it.
comes full circle. Now we get it.
All-star.
True
Perennial.
that.
Alrighty, boys. So
Be right back.
let's go. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Japan right now, huh?
Is there something
So-
going on there?
I hear there's like
Big
a
anime
big
convention?
tournament going on or something. Apparently it started when we were on break.
Oh,
Something called the 2020 Olympics.
the 2020 Olympics. Yeah.
But
It's not 2020 though.
it's they like carried it over to 2021, I think,
Oh.
because it's something that happened in China. So yeah.
all right. Let's get patriotic.
Yeah.
Something that happened
So
in China.
it happened everywhere. It happened across the entire world. All right. So the Olympics are going on. I am gonna start. I have a medal count that I pulled before we started recording. So this might not be perfectly accurate to what happened today or is happening live.
I doubt there's anything going on right now in Japan. I think
No,
it's still
it's
there, right?
no, the way it works over there, it's like tomorrow in the morning there right now. So they're doing stuff live. So
Siri,
what I have right now,
times in Japan.
the medal
They're on
count,
Eastern Standard
the
Time.
medal count, USA had 25 total, China has 22 total, Japan and the Republic, how do you say this? The Russian Olympic Committee.
The ROC.
Yeah, the ROC, which is a whole other story in itself that we'll dive into. Japan and the ROC are tied with 18, and then Australia has 11. So that's the total. However, Japan is leading in gold, followed by United States, China, ROC, and Australia.
And good for them, right? It's Japan. They're the home country.
I love it. I love it. Like, honestly, watching the skateboarding finals and having I'm pretty sure both of the gold medalists were Japanese, and I thought that was so cool.
They were fucking ripping.
Yeah,
dude.
so sick.
The
way they skated. Yeah, Yuto, dude. The Yuto slides were so smooth.
So
dude.
sick.
Like Nyjah Houston kept trying to do all this herky-jerky crazy shit. Yuto just went up, did like 720, landed on the rail, smooth as butter. It was beautiful to watch. Dude. It was so fun to watch.
I really enjoyed, real quick before we leave skateboarding, I just thought it was super interesting to watch Olympic skateboarding. First, it's like the first time they're doing it, right?
Yep.
But just skateboard culture from different countries, everybody had like a little different set of swag.
Totally.
And I want to point out the American set of swag was fucking AirPods. And every time they fucking biffed on the best trick when they had their fucking AirPods in and they had to pick them up off the fucking pavement, I was like, you fucking asshole. Take your headphones out of your fucking head, dude. Focus on skating, dude. Yeah, I was like, come on, America.
Yeah, it was
like that you said biffed.
Dude, he's been watching too much Olympics lingo, man.
Been watching a lot of Rocket Power.
Exactly, dude. The OG squid, dude. Don't get me wrong, dude. I know.
Maybe one day we'll dress up as Rocket Power characters on the show. That'd be pretty fun.
I think you wore a yellow shirt. I might be close to squid.
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
very close. All you need is your glasses, man.
In the realm.
Very, very
put
close
on my glasses,
realm.
dude. If we want,
it would be sold.
If we get enough requests in the chat, I'll go put on glasses. How about that? If I got enough people to comment, Tom put on glasses or something.
If we get 5 follows by the end of the stream, Tom will put his glasses on. How about that? How about that? Right, there we go. So also in the female competition, we talked about the Japanese girl won, and then did you see the girl that got silver medal, the Brazil girl? She was like super famous on Vine for skating in like a fairy suit when she was like 7 or 8 years old. Like, she would be like hitting rails in a fairy costume as an 8-year-old, and it was hilarious. And I just saw all these comparisons on Twitter where it was like back then versus now, and it was like her in the fairy costume hitting a rail versus her with her like silver medal on. I thought it was a very cool story. I think she was like, what's up?
Connor wants esports in the the Olympics.
I
would be interested.
Those guys aren't athletes though, Connor. It doesn't work.
I would be interested as to what video game would be the first one.
League of Legends for sure.
League of Legends.
Yeah,
it would be definitely League of Legends.
Yeah, I think it'd be League of Legends.
Every country plays it. They already have like a World Championship Series that is like extremely regulated with all the rules, players. I mean, they test them for
then
Adderall.
CSGO, then Cocket League, then fucking...
Let them take Adderall.
Come on. Take Adderall.
I'm kind of down, man.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Minesweeper Olympics.
I want to see like the pinnacle
that shit's hot
of esports. Like baseball
just like
players
steroids
should
in
be
baseball.
They should be doing blow and taking Addies.
There we go. There we go.
The best possible athlete.
Some of my best video game nights. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Also thought it was cool the 17-year-old swimmer from Alaska, first ever to represent her country or her state.
Alaska.
It's pretty much a country.
Yeah.
In Alaska. But yeah, she won the 100-meter. So that's pretty cool. It's cool seeing they're like panning back to her like whole family back and her friends and family back in like Anchorage, Alaska. Super cool to see that kind of stuff too.
Just in a community center going absolutely nuts.
There was one long pool, I think, in the whole state of Alaska. It was in Anchorage, and she had to drive 2 hours.
Yep.
Her mom rented an Airbnb so she could stay there and just train like all the time.
Wow.
So pretty freaking cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Philippines gets its first gold ever in
awesome,
weightlifting.
So sick.
She brought home gold for her country. That's very cool too.
I got hung up on something I want to bring up whenever we're ready to move on.
Hit it, baby.
Yeah,
Connor brought up the Minesweeper Olympic Games. All I thought about, you guys know the drama series, The Queen's Gambit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was a series that centered around a world-class Minesweeper player. And just every time all the drama would click the box and boom.
It's just the smiley face with the X eyes on it, dude. Yeah.
She's going against like way more professional Minesweeper players. Oh, she doesn't belong in this competition.
She gets like addicted to Adderall, addicted to cocaine.
I thought it was too.
That was a good one. Also a good character in Peaky Blinders, which I just watched. Just if we're talking
speed
about
runs go off. I like that.
Minecraft speed.
Dude,
I
they
wanna
just
see
did
who,
the
like,
summer
beat-
series.
Like who
for
beats Donkey
Games
Kong
Done Quick.
Country the quickest?
Bro, they just recently did the summer series for Games Done Quick. Have you ever watched that on Twitch?
Oh,
Mhm.
so fun.
I'm gonna give you a real quick insight. So Games Done Quick. Any game that you have ever played ever from any console in any time period, there's people who devote their time to beating that game in the fastest way possible. Games Done Quick then takes that and they do it for a charity event, huge charity event. They make millions of dollars for whatever charity they choose. This year, I happened to tune in on the Mario 64 speedrun, and he did it
Ooh.
blindfolded. Beat Mario 64,
What?
got every star blindfolded.
Did he get all 8 red coins?
He got some of the
I mean,
red
you have
coins.
to get the star. So
So then he got
He
all the
did.
red coins. I watched through the first, like that first world, some of those first worlds, and he did it all blindfolded, and it blew my mind. So,
Yeah.
Games Done Quick.
I love that,
Wow.
and I want to watch somebody beat Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Sega Genesis because the soundtrack is
I
like
promise you, it's there.
Dude, it bangs.
top 10 all-time soundtrack. For
Dude,
video
and they
games.
auction off the coolest stuff. Like they'll auction off some. Literally, it's like something like that, like the Sonic 2 soundtrack on vinyl, and it's some limited release type thing, and it's just like they have these weird one-off things that they auction off, and it's so cool, very cool. Cool.
That should be an
series.
Olympic sport.
True Grit brings up Ocarina of Time. Just got the first sub 7-minute run. in the
Damn,
speedrun.
that's
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm
crazy.
telling you, 7 minutes
It is a while.
to
That's
beat an
clearly
entire
not
game.
Clearly not glitch free though, right? Like that has
No,
to
that
be.
it exploits those things from
Right,
old games,
right.
where
Which
the
is
code
cool,
Generally,
isn't
it has
which I
to be,
think
right?
is very
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
But I know there is like subcategories where there's like glitch free and then non glitch free, right? So
3.5 minutes in cutscenes. That's unreal.
wow,
Dude,
holy
that's so
shit.
great. But that's what I'm saying is that these dudes, there are in any single player, even any single player game, there is a subclass of player that just devotes the time to beating the game as fast as they fucking can.
That's
And
so
it is
sick.
so impressive. So impressive.
Going back to Mario 64, Matt was telling us a story earlier. Matt, I want to give you a wall of shame moment, and you can share to us what happened with
Isn't the
you
wall of shame on the wall
earlier.
of shame?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So when I was probably 8 years old, I had all the stars, and I was playing with my brother. I think I wanted to set him up with a profile, but I was 8 years old. I was pretty much just an idiot, undeveloped. And I deleted my entire profile, and I'm pretty sure I cried so hard that I threw up on the carpet. So it was a pretty tragic day. So yeah, wall of shame for sure.
Wall of shame,
me,
Matt on Mario 64 saves.
We have a complex relationship.
Well, hey, maybe if you look up what True Grit's talking about, these SRM manipulations, you can create warp points to anywhere in Mario 64 and beat it all over again, baby.
I just real quick like to run back to an MLB thing real quick. I just need y'all to put your energy out there because Tyler Rogers is in a real predicament.
Oh,
So
God.
Oh boy!
But
All
we're-
right, I'm not gonna look for
I
now.
want to bring up that
Um,
Amber calls Tyler Rogers googly on boy.
That's pretty
Which
good.
I think is pretty
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Here comes googly on boy.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Pardon?
Matt, you're not alone. Mallory deleted her cousin's Mario 64
Oh,
profile. And when he was 6, and he's still mad at her.
So there's a community, Matt.
It's pretty scarring. Yeah. If there's a hotline or something I can call,
There's got to be a subreddit.
we can have some meetups. I'd
Hey,
love to.
Connor, if you're still in the chat, if I ever deleted like some games or something like that, dude, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Making amends,
I'm sorry.
dude. The A gap is healing people.
I'm
right
just
now.
trying, man. This is bringing a lot of stuff back. So, man, I'm sorry about those
Also-
video games, man.
Underrated dickhead villain in that game is that fucking penguin in the race.
Oh, the worst. The worst.
So I saw that. This dude literally does that race blindfolded and just jumps off the edge lands ever so perfectly at the bottom. It was mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
Thing of beauty.
True Grit said you got to throw the kid off the ledge.
Yeah, and then the mom gets I was gonna say I used to do that, but I didn't want to Yeah,
We've all been there.
We all been there. Yeah. She gives you the star, and then you take the kid, waddle to the ledge, and just drop it. And then she does the angry eyebrows and waddles after you. But what are you gonna do?
Did he do it? He did it.
He closed
Tyler
it
got out of it.
Oh,
Tyler got out of it.
so far ahead of me, but
Well
I'm
done.
glad to hear it.
Well
Glad to
done.
hear it.
Well done, googly armed man.
Googly on whatever.
Googly arm boy.
Googly armed boy. Excuse me. He's
Googly
not a
armed
I
man.
thought you were saying that he was
is
like
not
a
a man.
googly on,
He
like
did
that was
look
a,
like a man, dude.
thing, like a googly on. Somebody is a googly on. You are googly on. I don't know. I don't even know what that was.
2 eras.
2 eras googly on. You know what I mean? 2 fist googly on.
Googly arm S. See.
See, hey, I was just in Mexico. I learned a lot of Spanish, dude. It was more so it kind of bubbles up to the surface.
Was it cocaine?
No, God, no, none of that, none of that. More Adderallo.
Hopefully, dude.
So we're just talking random bullshit. I know a lot of you guys were guys in chat. We're sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for our Space Jam review. I just want to do a little.
I think they just want to talk. I think they just want to talk about basketball. I don't think they want to talk about our Space Jam review.
Yeah,
Everyone just wants to bring up basketball.
Then let's talk more basketball. I mean, it looks like True Grit wants to talk Mariners. He doesn't think the Mariners are going to get bailed out in a late game salami tonight, which they did last night in the bottom of the 8th. Got bailed out against the Astros, which makes that win so much sweeter because the Astros.
But then the Astros got one of their best starting pitchers, and now the Mariners locker room is fucked.
Are we
That's
still
what I
mad
heard.
at the Astros now that Dusty Baker is like the guy?
We're still mad, but we're not mad.
Dusty Baker's changing the team.
I'm not mad. They beat the Dodgers.
I'm not mad. Astros.
I guess that's true.
I'm a Dusty Baker guy, through and through.
Fuck the Dodgers. I'm so conflicted.
I have to have principles.
Have to
Forever
have
mad.
standards.
Love it.
I mean,
There
we hate the
has to
Dodgers
be a
more than the
line.
Astros. We hate the Dodgers more than the Astros.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fuck the Astros, I think.
Yeah, they're unlikable.
Exactly.
I think that's the rule. That's the rule.
A lot of
But like
teams
when the
from
Yankees
Texas
are mad at the
unlikable.
Astros, I'm on the Yankees side.
In fact,
But
I don't think I
Dodgers
like
are
a
mad at the
single
Astros.
team from Texas, to be honest. Can we name teams in Texas that you
What do you
like?
like?
Can you name one?
Spurs are
Chat?
entertaining.
Chat? Spurs are entertaining.
I mean, it's hard to. I
Spurs
hate
are
the
arguably the
Spurs.
most boring team in
The
basketball.
Mavs.
hate the Mavs.
Yeah, miss me with the Mavs and Spurs. Fuck both of them.
Stars, no.
Big Rockets guy.
Texas has teams. Mallory, good point.
Great point.
No.
Shit, this is kind of hard. Rangers are hard to hate, right?
Mom, if you somehow see this, I'm so sorry.
I am too.
So sorry.
Seriously.
We beat them, so it's
I
all
also
good.
am
That's
sorry.
World Series.
But does Texas have like any teams that are even remotely likable?
Guys, I've got a really likable Texas team, and it's called the Dallas Cowboys. What do you think about that one? Everyone
Man,
likes the Dallas Cowboys.
that sounds like a team that I could then just like somehow unprovokedly force the entire country behind. You know what I mean? Like Jerry can just say like the entire country supports this team just because we are Texas, dude. No,
Dude,
yeah,
I'd
honestly
literally
though,
kill
like,
myself.
have not even sniffed playoffs really that much. Haven't gone to an NFC championship in like
but people
20
get
years.
behind us.
Biggest cash cow in sports.
But we are the
biggest
guys.
market, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Texas.
Anyway,
that was
so there
real
were
Go
some
sorry.
Texas.
Chad,
No
it's-
one likes you. Get
No one
over it.
likes you.
Yeah, you know what, Matt? Go ahead. Tell them. Let them know.
Can we say
Let's
Jews
burn.
from Texas or not?
We're just burning states, man. I love
Yeah.
it. We're
We've
just
already
lighting
done
states
you
on
states,
fire.
bro. We're
The
running out of
stars
states.
are brighter than them whenever they shine over the most stupid Texas.
Chat did bring up some good teams, though. I'll just say Cannon brought up the Permanian Basin Panthers. True Grit said that he does enjoy watching SMU shake up the ACC or AAC, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then Mallory said, "Are we talking all sports?" Friday Night Lights, Dylan Panthers, only likable team in Texas.
However, I will say
Debatable.
the Permian
That's-
Basin Panthers, cool name. not as cool as my Amarillo Sod Poodles, dog. Like that team takes the cake.
We can get behind that.
Absolutely takes the cake. I will be getting a hat. It will be in the mail soon. I'll make sure to flaunt it because I'm on board with Colby. I think I just need to adopt minor league teams, dude. Those are the sickest.
Best hats, mascots. They're so sick. If just go down a YouTube or Google rabbit hole and look up minor league baseball teams or even just minor league any sport teams, so much fun. You'll be surprised by what you will find.
Burlington Mallory. Sock puppets.
Mallory, real quick, Google the Amarillo Sod Poodles, minor league baseball team.
It's incredible.
Absolutely one of the coolest team names that I have ever heard. I'm fully invested.
Honestly, not the best, but like Richmond Flying Squirrels and Giants affiliate, pretty good one too.
Not a terrible one.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm always on their team in the show, so I'm very familiar.
I played many innings.
Can't get out of Double-A, Colby.
No, I just give up. It's more of a Diamond Dynasty year, okay? It's more of a Diamond Dynasty year.
I'm a 72 overall.
I put a lot of hours in, all right?
I'm a dinger, but then I also pitch relief sometimes. I'm kind of like a 75-20 Ohtani guy.
I'm an NHL My Player guy. That NHL My Player is
I'm a shell guy. I like rocking the mullet. I like not having to wear the helmet and all that dorky stuff. You know, I like free flowing the mullet.
Absolutely.
We got to get back on that.
The Modesto
nuts. Very true.
Modesto nuts is a good one.
You can let your mind really
shout out Modesto,
that mascot.
Your parents lived.
Shout out Modesto. Isn't that's like a Double-A team, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Dude, minor league teams, hop on board.
Guys, I think
find
we
your
need
team quick.
They also have the best giveaway nights.
Oh, 100%.
They always have like the 90s Nick nights and things like that. They're the best.
We went to a Firework Friday at Rayleigh Field for a good old River Cats game. That was fun. Dude, get on board.
I think the River Cats did like a 90s Nick night recently, and the uniforms were so sick.
They're legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yes, that's right.
Way back in the day, I remember Matt and I talked about this way back in the day. The Fresno Grizzlies, when they were still a Giants affiliate, they did a TMNT night.
Yes.
They had a different themed turtle like for a month, like every different Friday. And so they went through every different Ninja Turtle and they had all different uniforms and they were sick. I missed on the opportunity. If I had that jersey, dude, it would be my prized possession.
So
yeah, MLB step it up. Like, I think they get a little lazy. Like, they all do the Star Wars night. Yeah. I think the minor league teams are like, we have to do something outlandish to get people to come.
They got to get people in the seats, right? Yeah. So they're doing crazy shit. True Grit, we did already cover. We did cover the expansion draft. Thank you,
I guess I can do real quick. I called it for that in the Pacific, the Sharks get another rival. The Kraken basically followed the Vegas model as far as like how to draft. They focused really heavy on blue line, got a lot of big defensemen. Jamie Oleniak, biggest guy in the NHL, skipped on a bunch of big names, which was kind of crazy, but not too weird because there was a lot of price tags associated with those dudes. Especially like Carey Price and PK Subban and Jamie Van Riemsdyk, or not Jamie Van Riemsdyk, Van Riemsdyk. But yeah, I think the Kraken are going to be...
Tom, you look real enthralled.
I know. Well, I'm sorry. We hit it already.
I was going to say, I was just wrapping it up real quick for True Grit. That's my bad. I love talking hockey, but I realize there's not... I'm trying to broach them into the NHL. We'll get there. They'll be just as excited come next year, I promise.
Mallory's going to be our one friend who pretends to watch hockey because she lives in Seattle. She's going to be like, oh, well, I watch hockey now because of Kraken, and then is going to say, like, fuck the Sharks, but never, like, watches, like, maybe a game.
Mallory, I've had friends that are now Vegas fans that I truly question my friendship with, so please don't lead me down that path.
Big Seattle gal.
Not with just... You're a Sharks fan, all right? Everybody's a Sharks fan.
100% nailed it right on the head. Alrighty, boys. Well,
I gotta switch before we leave states, dude. Before we leave talking about states,
let's go.
That whole last 20 minutes was us talking about different states in the union, right?
This is Tom's Philadelphia segment.
We got
Pennsylvania segment.
We got it all. We touched them all except one. Georgia, dude. We got to talk Georgia, dude.
I was in Georgia recently too.
Well, you have one?
I'm down.
I was going to bring up how the former University of Georgia swimmer Chase Calise won a gold medal already in the Tokyo Olympics.
Go Bulldogs.
And Georgia, don't say we don't bring up anything about you. So there you go, Georgia.
Hey, go Bulldogs. I was just out in Atlanta with my brother. I had a phenomenal time. I always love the Georgia hospitality. I was out there before we went to Mexico, played some golf out at Roswell Country Club. Shout out. Uh-oh, John, what do you got?
On a wild throw, the Giants take the lead.
Oh!
on a great display of base running, on a sure double play, where I don't.
Cody Bellinger,
dude,
looking stoned, staring out.
He's so high right now.
Wait, we're playing the Dodgers right now?
Yes.
Why am
Tom
I not
and I are going to
watching
be at the
this?
cap on this game.
I didn't
Tom and I
know.
are gonna
Tom,
be
I've
here
been
on
out of the
Thursday,
country for the
maybe.
last week. I've been completely disconnected
phone.
from reality.
Whoa!
Have your phone.
On an absolute gorgeous display of base running.
That was beautiful. Let's go. Bottom eight.
Wonderful. Back to Georgia, great state. Went to
love you,
Waffle.
Georgia.
I went to
We love you,
Waffle House
Georgia.
for the first
Stick
time.
around.
Holy shit, dude!
Oh.
Waffle House, game changer.
Welcome to it.
You know when you go to a diner and you get toast and you're like, oh, there's like they put like one they spread the butter like vertically on the toast and you're like, what
pathetic.
the fuck, dude? Drenched. Everything is drenched in butter at Waffle House. It's incredible.
Goes to Cancun once, whole new man emerges.
Here I am, baby. Here I am. You can see the red on my face.
Oh my god! So my TV's so behind. I just watched that. That was fucking unreal.
A lot of live takes that going on.
Sorry,
Sorry,
guys.
That was a sailor job right there by Belly.
Yeah, dude, that was rough.
Alrighty, boys. Well, it sounds like we need to go watch this Giants game. So I'm going to say the big wrap up. Anything that you guys want
We
to
haven't
get
even
off
talked
your
about
chest?
basketball, bro.
Wait, do you want to talk about basketball?
Did you
All
guys
right.
watch
the Bucks?
Did you guys end up watching?
All right,
Space Jam?
let's do the big catch up. I did not end up watching Space Jam because I was busy.
You didn't
I'll
even
talk
watch it,
basketball for a minute.
No,
dude.
Tom, I was trying
There's
to talk
so
about
much
Space
going on
Jam.
in
and you're-
basketball. There's
All right.
so much going on in basketball, dude. We're not gonna.
What do you
skip
want to talk
basketball.
about?
You put nothing in the document.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
We talk
Is
trades.
there nothing in the
Let's talk
document about
trades.
basketball?
No,
There's literally zero things.
nothing in the document about basketball.
Well, fucking the NBA draft is in 2 days, so maybe we want to bring that up. I don't know. The NBA hot stove shit is wild.
All right, dude, I'm
now.
popping up the graphic.
Valanciunas to New Orleans is fucking interesting as fuck.
Well, lead it, Tom. What do you
All
want
right,
to talk
Tom,
about?
take.
Let's go.
You got the floor, baby. You got the floor.
All
Let's
right
go.
then, fucking NBA
Well-
draft coming right up. I guess we literally haven't even talked about it for a second. Giannis Antetokounmpo, so beautiful, won the NBA Finals. We all love it. He's a great guy. We all wanted it. We're all happy for him. So NBA draft time, right? I'm all into the king shit and whatnot, but there is a lot of possibilities of what's going on. There's so much action happening. There's so many rumors about what's going to happen next. Buddy Hield for Kuzma rumors. Exactly. So let's start the Valanciunas to New Orleans thing. So New Orleans trade away pick number 10 to basically give up 2 contracts. They give up Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe, who said he's not even going to play for the fucking Grizzlies.
Really? He's already that.
He
like,
said he will
done?
not play for him, or there's an assumption that he's going to get moved before that. So basically, Grizzlies move up to 10, Pelicans move back to 17. But all of a sudden, the whole thing is like they're building a team around Jesus Christ. Of course, now I forget.
Take a breath, slow down a little bit. Take a sip of your beer. You got this, baby. Let's go.
Who's the Zion? Oh my fucking god!
There we go.
So
there
Zion finally gets a spacing center, a center that can actually shoot threes. It's not fucking Steven Adams who stays in one spot the entire time. Valanciunas is going to work so much better for the Pelicans, and the Pelicans seem like they're making moves. They are going to be. We've heard a lot of rumors about my favorite thing for the Kings, Brandon Ingram going to the fucking Kings. I've always loved Slim Reaper Jr., dude. I've always wanted that for the Kings.
So
and this move basically.
Can I react, please?
Go for it, dude. I'm just going on a train. Dude,
I love it. Hey, you know what? If we're not trying to end soon, I'm down to talk for another 30 minutes. We got time, boys. We can.
I'll give a shit.
Dude,
We
can let this
I
run
don't know
long.
about anybody else, but
We can let this one run long. I mean, I'm down if y'all are. But the one thing about Brandon Ingram, extremely talented. Love the guy. Obviously, the talk is that we would have to send HB, Harrison Barnes.
But
and he brings so much heart to our team, and Brandon Ingram would not
kind
bring
of a
that much
shitter.
heart.
Brandon Ingram is kind of a shitter.
He's not a shitter. He's gonna ball no matter where he goes because he cares about himself and he wants the ball.
Tom's a
he
big
looks like he's dragging
guy.
ass though sometimes.
But he does look like he's dragging ass. Yes.
Yeah, he looks
Tom's
like
a big character guy.
He wasn't having fun. He wasn't having fun on the Pelicans. You know, like
big character guy.
If you're not having fun on the Pelicans, you think you're gonna have fun on the Kings?
Yeah, no, that's my biggest concern.
I mean, I'm a Kings fan, and that's the perception of the Kings, right? So,
if Brandon Ingram ever wanted a situation where he could be the focal point and like he can be the guy, he obviously hated the fact that Zion, the biggest prospect in years, came to his team, so he couldn't be the guy. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox is also the guy, but couldn't you see Brandon Ingram's potential in De'Aaron Fox?
I mean, yeah, I can see their potential, but he still won't be the guy. He won't be the guy. It's Fox's team.
I get that it's Fox's team, but from a talent level, if you have to have multiple superstars to win a championship, like we know, you know, like I feel like Brandon Ingram has a much better chance of seeing that.
Okay, so it would basically be if we get Brandon Ingram, we have De'Aaron Fox and Brandon Ingram. It would be like the Bollywood version of Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Like the B level movie version of that, right?
I get the bet. I get where you're going for, absolutely, because Brandon Ingram his whole game is supposed to be Kevin Durant, but it's worse.
That's who he's been compared to for most of his career. Is that he's supposed to be like this KD-esque player, big, like can move well with the ball, shoots the ball well,
looks like Slender Man.
Oh,
you're really gonna dog him like that?
Spivey
Before he comes to your team, dog?
Oh,
yes,
really?
Thank you. He's a child, so
your local media, dude.
Young, talented players.
Damn, he's only 23. That is fucking crazy.
Young, talented players. Harrison Barnes, his contract's gonna end. He is not as young, and so if our whole goal is to put young, talented players together and hope we can build something off of it, why the fuck not? You know, and then we have to sign a center. That's my thought. If we give away our pick to trade for Brandon Ingram,
well,
we have to actually sign.
I saw something on Twitter. If we trade Marvin Bagley, that would free us up for 11 million cap space. Then we could use to re-sign Rashawn Holmes.
See, I'd be so down. I mean, anything, because I feel like the missions this offseason is we got to get rid of Buddy, we got to get rid of Bagley, Harrison Barnes. If the price is right, if we're getting something great in return, you know,
true.
Is in the contract, you know.
I was gonna say,
he might be out there. He might be available. I don't know.
Didn't Spivey just bring it up too, though? Like, where has character got
the heart? Where has the heart gotten the Kings? And it hasn't gotten us anywhere, right? It gets us talent, and this is a point that I kind of made last time, is that we love these guys, but they're not that talented. They are really talented. We think they're the greatest, but they're not when they
Rudy
leave.
Gay is so good at basketball. I get it.
Right, exactly. But hey, True Grit with another great point. Contract year Hassan is the best Hassan.
It was a 1-year deal. True Grit. He was on a contract.
He was on a contract year.
Contract year this year. Come on.
Oh man. But yeah, I mean, Kings are in a lot of talks. There was obviously the Kuzma for Buddy. That's still kind of moving around.
Let's talk about that really quick, because Kuzma for Buddy. So I love the fucking Lakers fans that go on the internet and are like, well, it's Kuzma and the number 22 pick for Buddy and the number 9 pick. And it's like, fuck you, Lakers fans. Like, no way. You have devalued your asset to such a point that I don't give a shit about what Kuzma is anymore, even if he could be good.
Well, so Spivey made the point. It's Trez. It's Montrez.
Kuzma, Trez.
Exactly.
But is it Kuzma, Trez, number 22, and Buddy and 9?
Yes.
Does it have to be Buddy and 9?
I assume it would be. I assume it would be Buddy and 9, or maybe Buddy and Bagley. But I don't think they were going to want to do that either. So I think the 9 is going to have to move. And if we get Kuzma and Trez for Buddy and a 9, I think I'd be okay with that. Because this draft is not that deep at 9 right now. It's not. It's not that great of a draft.
Well, can I very quick, if I'm the only one that prepped for this, talk about my top
please.
4 draft candidates for the Kings?
Please.
So obviously everyone on ESPN says again, let me clear this up. If he happens to fall, the best possible pick for the Kings is Mobley. Obviously. He's not going to drop. He probably should go number 1 overall, even though he probably is going to go 3, but he should go 1. So if Mobley falls, obviously he's the best, or the Kings can move up. You never know. Past that, Franz Wagner, obviously he's the guy that everyone on ESPN says the Kings are going to.
Franz Wagner.
gamer, dude. I just feel
He's
like
gonna
that
fall
guy
to
would
7
be.
and go to the Warriors, dude.
I think the Warriors are going to take him. That's from my understanding that he won't be there for the Kings at 9. So, but I think that would be a great pick. Go ahead,
Franz
Cole.
Wagner, or it's gonna be Jonathan Kuminga.
I don't want the Kings to
the
draft Kuminga. I'm not a fan.
Huh?
I'll go for it.
No,
I
I
don't
was
want
just
him to
gonna say.
draft Kuminga.
I was just gonna say the Warriors will pick on just like
Yes, Eric. Yes.
talent.
Acting white.
White guy.
I was gonna do a shameless plug of the YouTube too. Buddy and 9 for some other shit for Simmons. We covered that last episode. Go to our YouTube channel. Check out. We have a whole video of Kings talking trades.
My concern though is that we trade away too many players pre-draft, and we don't have the players and assets to get Simmons in a month and a half when the season's getting closer.
Oh,
I feel like the
God.
Simmons is a waiting game. The team that's gonna get Simmons is the one that's gonna like just wait and just stare at fucking the Sixers and wait for them to ask for less.
I mean, okay, so in your dream scenario, the Kings starting roster is De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Halliburton, Ben Simmons at the 3,
Yep.
Brandon Ingram at the 4,
Yep.
Rashawn Holmes at the 5. Or
Even that,
Montrez,
yeah.
or do you want Montrez and Kuzma? Do you want Ben Simmons? It's like
Actually, I want it
there's
to be
so many-
Alfine Sengun at the fucking 5. If you don't know who that guy
Okay,
is, look
okay.
it up, dude. That guy's fucking sick.
is that your top 4 draft pick?
No, well, okay. So after Wagner, it goes Moses Moody. I feel like it should be the third option for the Kings if they're in that position.
Simmons at the 5. Simmons at the 5.
We're
I
not
like
playing
that.
the Warriors every week, fucking Zach. Come on, dude. We don't have Draymond the Pride to go against. We got to actually have some length too.
Are y'all just sleeping on the fact that we have James Wiseman? Does everybody forget that we have a 7'1" fucking phenomenal athlete that we're developing right now?
That is a
From
trade
my
asset.
understanding, everyone wants to get
Relax.
rid of him. To get rid of that guy.
Everybody want to sleep on the fact that DeAndre Ayton was shit in his first year, and now he's like coming out in these playoffs and just being an absolute dominant figure.
Because he has
Don't
Chris
tell
Paul.
me that it can't happen.
Very
Don't
true.
tell me.
Very true.
That's
Very
true. But then why are they shopping him so much?
They're not.
I don't think they are.
Any
You don't
trade
think
that I
that's
see does
all
not.
that's talk. All that's other people saying
Tom,
it.
we have the 7th and the 14th pick. We don't need to trade James. We could trade Andrew Wiggins, who had a great year. The 7th, the 14th. We have Eric Pascal. We have Michael Mulder. We have even Kelly Oubre on a sign-in trade. We have pieces. We don't have to trade James, and we won't. There's no reason to. I don't think we will.
He
Let me
just hijacked it.
sidestep-
He's like, "Fuck you. This is Dubs talk now."
Let me.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
love
fine.
it.
That's
I
fine.
love it.
Talk.
I
Sidestep
love
this.
I'm not
That's
gonna
what we
put
do
up
with
with this Kings
Niners
nonsense.
Eagles. I love
No. It's all good. Let me sidestep this and say,
No.
Is Bradley Beal going to be a fucking Golden State Warrior in 3 weeks?
Oh, I'll trade the Kings ransom. I'll give him 7/14th. I'll give him Andrew Wiggins. I'll give him. Yeah,
An
Bring him.
OTP, HJ, whatever.
OTB,
Jay.
HJ. You know. Those
No,
dudes,
you can't
and those
afford
are
it.
invaluable assets. All right, invaluable assets.
I'm very good at it.
I am very familiar with OTP and HJ. All right. No,
But yeah,
I trade
Bradley
I
Beal
trade
the
for,
player you want though, John? Do you want any like they've talked about Dame? They've talked about fucking obviously. Is Bradley Beal the guy that you think is what if the Warriors throw everything out? They throw the kitchen sink plus. They go Bradley Beal.
I would. I put my vote with Bradley Beal because between the two, it's you could start with age, I guess. You could start with Bradley Beal's 28, Dame's 32. I guess if you want to. Dame's still an absolute sniper, and he's exactly what he fits the Warriors mantra.
He's
Like
been looking
he
great
fits
on
that.
the USA team.
And he comes home.
Different
It's a
style of
great story.
basketball.
He comes back to the city that he grew up in. It's a great story. It's super
That's
cool.
true.
But
Isn't it a damn
I-
shame he can't play in actual Oakland? Now it's San Francisco.
so you look, you got to talk to the city of Oakland because it's the same thing with the A's, baby.
They never
it's the
got to
same.
be.
It's the same thing with the A's. Like the city of Oakland is they're kicking their teams out. Probably that's a whole. I don't even know the
I
logistics
think
of that.
that's a
but-
subject for another episode. But yes,
What I know is that if I was Bob Myers right now, if I'm holding out for any trade, the trade that I'm holding out for is the Bradley Beal trade. Like if I'm putting my eggs in a basket, it's like if I'm not trading for Bradley Beal, then I'm using the 7th and the 14th. So
do they have to, John? Do they have to trade for Bradley Beal to be in the actual conversation for finals next year, the Warriors?
no, because everybody loves to sleep on the fact that Klay Thompson is coming back, and I know that we have to play the narrative of like off of obviously like two major injuries. We have to play off of that in some aspect, but in the same regard, it's Klay Thompson. Like the guy is an absolute elite athlete. He shoots at such a high tick that he will be another asset that the Warriors didn't have last year. I don't think that they need to trade for Bradley Beal. I think that if they do trade for Bradley Beal, then we obviously become one of those talking points again. You know what I mean?
They'll be in the conversation. Everyone on ESPN will talk about it.
Oh, there'll be
100%.
Infinite expectations. If we trade for Bradley Beal, like obviously we're expecting a championship. At this point, like that's what we're expecting.
If Bradley Beal goes to the Warriors, Russell Westbrook is going to go to the Lakers. That's my prediction.
That's a very good prediction.
Fucking team. If they trade one of those two, team's getting blown up 100%.
But that assumes that Kyle Lowry isn't in that
first round
talk.
Picks and shit. Kyle Lowry
though he's also projected to go to the Lakers. You know what I mean?
Everybody and their fucking mom who needs a point guard wants Kyle Lowry. That's the thing. The Pelicans, the Knicks, like everybody is like the Pelicans literally made cap space yesterday to get Kyle Lowry. That was like everybody is shooting for like I assume he'll be on like a 2-year deal, like super high paid, but not that long, like because he's fucking Kyle Lowry and he's like 38 or some shit. That's not true. He's younger than that, I think.
He's way younger than that. He's probably
he's
not
like
even
fucking
30.
55 or whatever. But
dude's got a walker out on the court.
He's like 42. Kyle Lowry's like 47 years old.
Oh, it sounds like Beal is out if Westbrook is first.
Beal sounds like he's out now, man.
Yeah,
it feels like either way, they're either gonna blow it up or they're not. So, because ironically, as a Kings fan, I wish I was the Wizards because the Wizards at least made the play-in tournament, dude. Like,
but with Bradley Beal and Westbrook on your team, you think you should go a little further than that. With De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, we're kind of like, all right, we are where we are.
That's true. Those are stars, but that's the thing. Do you build around those stars? You have 2 stars now. Why would you not just build around them? Unless you think both of them are going to jump ship soon anyway. So fuck it, That would be the guess. So, yep. Thanks for having NBA talk.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
I'm a big fan.
The Giants just wrapped up a win against the
I was
Dodgers.
going to say,
fucking go.
3 games in the National League West now.
Let's go,
Fuck you,
baby.
Zach. If you're still on the... Yeah, you are. Yeah,
take that.
Zach. You're right
A
there.
good old dub for the
Zach,
old
let me get those Dodger
baby.
Well,
Yeah, Tom, we're gonna go see the cap of this series, dude. I'm very
That'll
stoked.
be fun, boys.
Very
Do you guys know who's pitching?
So Logan pitched
Max
tonight.
Scherzer for the Giants.
Oh, one classic. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Thought about that today. I was like, could it? Is that possible?
That'd be fucking funny.
Cannon saying Warriors should
David
offer
Price
Wiseman.
versus Johnny Cueto. An old school matchup on Thursday. At fucking 1 o'clock. I love it.
We get Cueto on Thursday?
Prices.
Dude, watching Cueto pitch is so
Dia
fun.
de Cueto.
Because
it's always
there's
fun.
going to be some scoring. It'll be fun.
David Price on the Dodgers. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, David Price and Cueto. That game is going to be like 8-7. That's going to be a fun fucking game to watch.
Calling it now? Oh man, we're gonna have to call.
8-7
Yeah,
good
we'll call
guys.
back. We'll call
Hopefully
back.
you're bringing the
guys.
brooms to the yard.
Fuck
Oh,
yes.
I love that.
That would be fun.
Should we bring? I'll bring one.
You gotta
Tom,
snap
if you
some
bring one,
picks.
I'll bring one.
Snap some
I'll
picks
bring
for the
one.
boys.
Hey, you got to win tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
We'll see.
Well, now that it's set now, right? Either tomorrow we win and we're going for the sweep, which is huge, or they win and we're going for the split, or we're going for the
Either
win
way, it's gonna be
on Thursday.
So if you're going for the split, do you bring bananas to the ballpark?
No,
Don't like
Hey.
a Ghirardelli. Get a Ghirardelli.
I had to get
Sunday.
one finger gun in there. All right. All right, boys.
Also, my
we got one more?
2-second
All right, we're going.
my 2-second
baby.
review. I know you guys. We've been gone for so long. I thought we could just do a longer podcast.
Colby's dodging the Space Jam review.
I know. I'm about to talk about it. That's our.
I
next thing.
tried to bring it up and Tom interrupted me.
Well, we had to talk actual basketball before we talk about fake basketball.
You said basketball. I heard Space Jam. I don't know.
All right.
Well, everyone in the chat, dude, the fans were calling for it, dude.
I think I was confused because I
Bunny
think you said
dies.
baseball. We'll look back at the tape. Ooh, Iran versus USA starting right now. Talking about basketball.
Hell yeah.
What were you saying, Tom?
Nothing. Nothing. Go ahead. Let's talk about Space Jam.
No, I was gonna wrap it up. I was gonna say, unless you guys want to talk about Space Jam,
I don't care. I feel like I guess
I don't. I was gonna.
Streaming now on HBO Max.
I was gonna say you guys watched Space Jam. I did not. If you guys want to talk about it, go for it. But we don't have to. Everyone's already talked about it. It came out 2 weeks ago.
It's the end of the pod. We can literally say whatever we want, and only like 4 people are actually watching.
There's 8 people.
It's Mallory,
so
True Grit. Well, 4 of them are us, right?
Hey, don't give up the secret, all right? Jesus, dude. Tom, you need to stop drinking so many beers during this thing. My goodness.
Yeah, this is the most beers I've drank during the podcast.
Because we've been talking for an hour and 45 minutes. You're fucking housing
them, bud. We did not discuss this, but I thought we were doing a longer podcast. I thought that tonight would be a good night for a longer one.
Definitely did not discuss this.
No, I didn't bring it up. I just wanted it to be a thing.
All right. You're just manifesting shit. I love it. I love it.
We can end, but I if anyone has some Space Jam takes, or we can end it. I don't care.
I thought it was a fun movie. Okay, you know, if you had a kid, it was
entertaining.
And yeah, I didn't even need a kid to watch it with. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting that LeBron James was kind of a bad father in it, but.
Who wrote the script that said
whoever wrote the script, and he agreed to you're gonna be kind of a dickhead for 3/4 of this movie, but bear with us because your arc is you're gonna get a lot of redemption. It's gonna be very sweet.
True Grit said that he heard that Big Chungus was in it.
Yeah, the Big Chungus was in it for a split second. I did see a meme of the Big Chungus appeared and some kid laughed so hard that his mom had to take him out of the theater. But, so I could see if you were with a kid, a lot of it would have been really fun. But yeah, LeBron James, bad dad.
Yeah, he's like, son, I know that you have passions around these things, but if you don't like basketball, then who are you? If you're not a basketball guy, I'm LeBron James, so you have to like basketball. That was the thing.
It's Dad, I like computer programming, and I'm actually very good at it. He's like, you're a James. And if you're going to be a James, you're going to play fucking basketball. So it's actually, he almost, because he's a bad dad, his son inadvertently almost imprisons millions of people in this virtual hellscape. But it's a feel-good ending. You got to watch it. There's a lot of surprises. You never guess the plot, so go watch it now on
Spoiler
HBO
alert,
Max.
Bugs Bunny dies.
Whoa, dude, come on. The more you've told me about it, the more I'm thinking Bronny wrote the movie.
True Grit says, look at when he caught Bronny smoking weed. There's actually an article from 2018 that says LeBron James. And, if you do this, it's fine, whatever, but I wouldn't tell people this. When his kids were 11 and 14, he's like, yeah, they drink wine.
Oh my God.
People, yeah, so.
Dear God.
And they love basketball only.
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Bronny, you can't join FaZe Clan, bro.
Bronny, did you do your 50 free throws this morning? If you didn't, then get the fuck out there.
So yeah, hot takes only. It was a fun movie. Watch it?
I felt like it was just a big old fucking ad for HBO Max. That was the big takeaway.
That's what I got from the trailer. It's just it was like the Iron Giant was there. What the fuck? I thought he died.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
I thought he died.
White Walkers, Iron Giant, Rick and Morty were in it.
Oh my God.
Rick and Morty. There's also on the bad guys side of the court. There's all just these DC villains.
It was in it. The clown from It was.
Yeah, in it? The clown from It is in it, and so it's all these background actors dressed up like major villains that you've seen in many franchises behind them. And I thought it was okay.
I thought it was fun.
So we need to come up now. This is the perfect time to do this because we're running long. We're just having a good time. We need to come up with a rating scale for the A gap. So how many gaping holes was it from 1 to 7?
What's the diameter?
How wide was it?
How many inches? From 10 being the largest hole, 1 being the smallest. How gaping was the hole?
Feet? Are we talking feet or the metric system?
Is 7 a loose gap?
7 is a pretty loose gap.
And is tight gap the good gap?
No. Actually, I think so.
Yes, right.
We'll work on it.
If we're talking,
tight.
if we're talking, no, we're figuring this out on the air right now. if we're talking about the A gap, we're talking about football. We're talking about offensive linemen. The wider the gap, the better it is. So I think 10 being the widest gap, 1 being the tiniest gap.
I'm going to give it a small to mid-range gap.
So like
a
4 to 5 gapers.
Yeah, I'll give that.
That's a 10 gap. That's a big gap.
Yeah, it was fun. Go on.
Not as big as a Texas gap, but we won't even get into that on the scale. Okay. Now I'm getting lost. Scale.
Leave it in, Tom. We're leaving it in.
We're leaving it all in, baby.
Alrighty, boys. Is it time to wrap it up?
I feel like it's time. I think we touched it all. We touched all the things I want to bring.
We touched them all. We touched everything in the doc, everything not in the doc.
Maybe I snuck up on you guys with my fucking let's talk about every subject. We're not skipping shit.
I was ready to wrap it up 30 minutes ago, and Tom's like, no.
We're gonna talk about the Kings draft prospects.
Yep. Hey, we were gone for 2 weeks. We had to deliver on our way back.
So much stuff, dude.
It was
so
fun,
much
man.
Stuff happened.
It was fun. We got a lot of things to chop up. We got more to talk about next week. We'll be back, obviously, right here on Twitch, on YouTube. Give us a follow on
Follow us
Twitter.
on YouTube so we can change our YouTube URL.
Yes, we do need YouTube subscribers. If we get 100 YouTube subscribers, we can make it youtube.com/agap. Help us out.
Prisoners, free us.
Tell your friends. Please tell your friends, your mom, your dad, anybody in your life. Just have them make a fake account, subscribe to us. We don't care if they're real or if they're tuning in. Obviously, we'd love to have more of you in chat, but just subscribe.
We just want YouTube subscribers. That's what matters at this point. We need 100.
And if you had fun today on Twitch and you're not followed, go ahead and smash that little heart button. Follow us on Twitter.
Smash that like button.
And we maybe, little hint here, we might be making a TikTok. We might be hopping in the TikTok realm. We'll see. There's a discussion out, so we'll let you all know if it happens. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you here next Tuesday, 8 p.m. It's good to be back. Every week we get closer and closer and closer to NFL. Later, Mallory. Later, everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.